Good morning everyone. I am Mohammad Maaz Rihan, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. In this session, I am going to explain how to determine the permeability number for a given sand. In the previous lectures, we discussed about the sand test and the different types of sand test. Under sand test, we have base sand test, molding sand test. So here, molding sand, it refers to a mixture of base sand, additives and water. So under molding sand test, we have permeability test, compression test and shear test. In this session, we shall focus on permeability test. So our main aim of the experiment is to determine the permeability number for a given sand. So what are the apparatus that are required in order to find the permeability number? So we should have a permeability apparatus and a clock. So what is permeability? Permeability is a property of molding sand that allows the escape of hot gases during metal pouring. That is what permeability. Why we need to find the permeability number? So here have increase in permeability number, then it results in open structure in rammed sand. So that leads to rough casting. If we get a decrease in permeability number, it results in tighter packing, which leads to blows and pinholes. So permeability number, in order to get the quality of casting, so we need to find the permeability number. So permeability number, it depends on various factors such as grain shape, grain size, binder, degree of ramming and water content. Permeability, it depends on various factors that are grain shape, grain size, binder, degree of ramming and water content. Moving on to the tabular column. So the sample sand for our experiment, we shall take it as 150 grams. So here there are two cases, case 1 and case 2. In case 1, we shall vary clay with constant water. In case 2, we shall vary water with constant clay. So if you observe the tabular column, so here we have clay or binder, water or moisture, pressure in grams per centimeter square, time taken from 2000 cc air. Next is permeability number. So under permeability number, we have calculated and indicated. Calculated, we are going to calculate by using a formula. Indicated, it is available in the permeability chart. So here the permeability number, the calculated and indicated values should match. So here if you observe percentage of clay weighed in grams, what we are doing? We are varying percentage of clay 10, 11 and 12. So how we got 15 grams, 17 grams and 23 grams? We are taking a sample sand of 150 grams, 150 into 0.1, that gives 15 grams. 150 into 0.11, that gives 17 grams. 150 into 0.12, that gives 23 grams. So here in percentage of water, we are keeping at constant. We are keeping water as constant. So 150 into 0.09, that gives 13.5 ml of water. So in a similar way, in case number 2, we shall vary water and constant clay. We have constant clay 10, 10 and 10. So weight, obviously 150 into 0.1, that gives 15 grams. So percentage of water. Here in percentage of water, we are varying 6, 8 and 10%. So 150 into 0.06, that gives 9 ml of water. 150 into 0.08, that gives 12 ml of water. 150 into 0.1, that gives 15 ml of water. Again, we need to find out the pressure, the time taken from 2000 cc air, that is in minutes, and permeability number calculated and indicated. Calculated, we are going to calculate by using a formula. Indicated can be seen on the permeability chart. Moving on to the calculation part, the specimen calculation. So here we have volume of air, that is 2000 cc, and it is denoted by capital V. Height of the specimen, that is denoted by capital H. Diameter of the specimen, that is denoted by capital D. Area of the specimen is given by the formula pi d square by 4, and it is denoted by capital A. So time taken to pass 2000 cc of air, that has to be taken in minutes, and it is denoted by capital T. So manometer reading, that is denoted by capital P. So what is the formula to find permeability number? Permeability number is given by V into H divided by A into P into T. What is the meaning? V is nothing but volume of air into height of the specimen divided by area of the specimen into manometer reading into time taken to pass 2000 cc of air. So it is centimeter to the power of 4 divided by grams second. So once we find the value of permeability number, so we'll write it in calculated permeability number. In a permeability chart, we will get indicated permeability number. These two values should match. We have to plot graph on y-axis, so it is permeability number, versus on x-axis we shall write the percentage of binder. This is for case 1. So next is what? Permeability number on y-axis versus percentage of water on x-axis. Now moving on to the experiment part. So how we need to find a permeability number? So before finding the permeability number, we shall list what are all the different apparatus. So the different apparatus are, this is air tank, water tank, permeability chart, manometer, valve, orifice, specimen tube, stripper, clock, rammer, and weighing balance. So now here there are two cases. One is weighing clay, one more is weighing water. So first we shall take a sample sand of 150 gram. To that sample we shall vary different percentage of clay. Next we shall repeat the same thing for weighing water.
Initially we shall now place a bowl, so it shows 43, reset to 0. Now we are proceeding with case 1, that is weighing clay. So we shall vary clay in 10, 11 and 12 grams. For 10% of clay it is 15 grams. Remaining 135 grams we need to add silica sand. We shall mix the sand, silica sand and clay. We shall keep water as constant. So we shall take 9% of water, that gives 13.5 ml of water. Now mix this with silica sand and clay. Mix completely. After mixing, pour the mixture, that is silica sand, clay and water, into a specimen tube. Then we have to proceed with ramming. So ram the mixture. Now place the specimen on the orifice, that is inverted. Once it is placed, we need to measure the manometer reading and we need to measure the time using clock. In order to lift the air tank, we shall place it at position D, then we shall lift the air tank. It is at position D, now we shall lift the air tank. So once it is lifted, we need to shift the valve to O position, so it remains stagnant. If you observe the air tank now, there are three indications. One is 0, 1 and 2. So we are measuring 2000 cc of air, right? So this point should coincide with the water tank. So in order to make it, we shall move the valve to P position. It goes downwards, then again we shall reset to O position. We have to move the valve to P position, switch on the clock, and the air tank, it goes down till it comes to 1. We have to measure the manometer reading as well as the time taken to pass 2000 cc of air through the sand. We got the time reading as 53 minutes and pressure as 5.3 centimeter. Now we shall strip the specimen using a stripper in order to find the length and diameter of the specimen. If we measure the specimen length, it shows as 5 centimeter. Now we shall measure the diameter of the specimen. Again, it shows at 5 centimeter. After knowing the length, diameter of the specimen, we shall find out the area of the specimen and calculate permeability number, that is given by V into H divided by A into P into T. We know volume, we know height of the specimen, we can calculate area of the specimen by pi d square by 4. P is given by pressure, that is manometer reading, time taken to pass air of 2000 cc through the sand. So once we calculate the permeability number, we shall check the permeability number based on the standard chart. Here the calculated permeability number and the indicated permeability number should match. So that completes the permeability experiment.
Similarly, we have to repeat the same procedure for all other tabular columns, such as we are measuring the varying clay as 10, 11 and 12 and varying percentage of water as 6, 8 and 10. We have to repeat the experiment in a similar way. So after that, we shall calculate the permeability number. That permeability number, calculated permeability number, should match with the indicated permeability number given in this permeability chart. So once the value indicated as well as the calculated permeability number, it matches, so that completes the experiment part. So after that, we shall proceed to plot the graph. After conduction of experiment, we got these values. So volume of air is 2000 cc. Height of the specimen, we got it as 50 mm. If you want to convert to centimeter, so it is 5 centimeter. So diameter of this specimen 50 mm, so that is 5 centimeter. Area of specimen is given by pi d square by 4, pi into 5 square divided by 4, that gives the value 19.63 centimeter. Moving on to the tabular column part. So these part we have retained. So and we have noted the pressure in grams per centimeter square. It was 6 gram per centimeter square for 10% of clay and 9% of water. So time we have noted down. So it was 49 seconds. Now we have converted to minutes, that is 0.81 minutes. So I have just shown one calculation. The first calculation. So the calculation remains same for all other rows. So permeability number is given by V into H divided by A into P into T. So first I have took this for calculation. Volume is 2000 into height of this specimen is 5 centimeter. Area of this specimen is 19.63. So into pressure we got it as 6 into time taken was 0.81 minutes. So if you just substitute the values, we got it as permeability number as 104.04 centimeter to the power of 4 by gram second. So if we just measure the indicated permeability number, we got it as 102 centimeter to the power of 4 divided by gram second. This value we got it on the permeability chart. In a similar way, if we calculate it for 11% of clay and 12% of clay, we got it as 120.05 and 135.71 for 12% of clay. So the indicated value what we got was 128 and 156. So by comparing calculated and indicated values, it is more or less near to the values. So moving on to the next case, that is we have retained percentage of clay as it is and we have varied the percentage of water. So here we got the pressure as 6.2 for 6% of water, 6.7 for 8% of water, 6.3 for 10% of water. So once we have noted down the timing, so calculated value we got it as 65, 86 and 92. Indicated value we got it as 77, 82 and 93 respectively. So this is what the calculation part. So I have just shown the calculation only for 10% of clay. You need to repeat the calculation for 11% of clay, 12% of clay and for the case 2 tabular column. So after calculating these values, we need to plot the graph. Now here we have plotted the graph for two cases. Case 1, keeping water as constant and varying clay. So on x-axis, we have plotted percentage of binder and on y-axis, we have plotted permeability number. So if you observe the graph, so as the percentage of binder it increases, the permeability number also increases in case of case 1. Moving to the case 2, here clay we have kept it as constant and water we have varied. So on x-axis we have plotted percentage of water and on y-axis we have plotted permeability number. If you observe the graph, so as the percentage of water increases, the permeability number also increases to some point. So after that, once you increase the percentage of water, the permeability number it remains constant. So that completes the experiment. So experiment number 3, that is determination of permeability number for a given sample sand.